This is gone, left me here to weep alone. Sally up, Sally down, there's some talk that there's around. Sally up, Sally down, there's some talk that there's around. Sally up, Sally down, there's some talk that there's around. Sally up, Sally down, there's some talk that there's around.
That was nice.
Hey everyone, Trash Bandit here. Welcome to the full Flatlander, our full Flatlander AR experience. We took 4 days and completed the entirety of the Flatlander AR, and I wanted to share that experience with you and maybe give you guys some ideas if you're looking to do your own full Flatlander AR experience. We met in Milford, New Hampshire. We ran clockwise over 4 days. We started in Milford because we want to knock out the technical southwest section on day one. We were the most energized. And it sort of just made the most sense given it was a convenient area to meet up. Anyways, I want you guys to meet the guys, and I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope to see you guys out there on your own Flatlander adventure.
Oh, hey guys.
We decided 6 was the perfect number that would let us be moving fairly quickly. Everyone was riding dual sports except for Matt, who was on a T7, but he didn't do the full route with us. He only showed up for a day or two, and he toughed it out pretty good. As you can see here, this is a full route with the caches, the gas stops, and our campgrounds put together. And if you're looking to run the AR and you want to use this exact GPX file, then just shoot me a PM either on ADV Rider or on Facebook, and I can actually send this GPX. It'll have all the campgrounds, caches, and gas stops that we used on our trip so that you can run this exact model. The first rider not seen here next to his motorcycle was Steven. This was Steven's idea. He came up with it last year while we were having some beers at OSG after a ride that day. He wanted to attempt the whole route, and over the winter we kind of planned it all out, so this madness was his idea. Him and I share a similar love for the KLX 300. He has the camo version and I have the green, but we were part of the Sushi Boy Club, which were the DRZ 400 and the KLXs. Steven's a great rider. I love riding with him, and he's so easy to get along with, and he is great around camp as just a chill, good-hearted music guy. Steven, I love you, man, and can't wait to get back out there with you. Next up is Drew. I've been riding with Drew a year or two now, and he was leading and set the pace for much of this trip, given that he led the way on 2 of the longer days we had, especially day 3. That was like 183 miles.
Yeah, the Sushi Boys break down again.
He was on his KTM 500. He loves his KTMs. He definitely talked trash on the Sushi Boys almost the entire trip. He's probably one of the best riders I know. He showed up, we met a couple years ago on a group ride I had put together, and he's been a friend ever since. We share a common passion for environmental science. He's a geologist, and whenever you can get him out on the trail, he is just absolutely one of the best riders to ride with. He sets a great pace, he knows what he's doing, and he's just a monster on that KTM. Next up is Jordan on his DRZ 400. I've known Jordan for a couple of years. Oops, I don't know what happened to the editing software there. That was strange. Anyhow, Jordan and I have been riding together for a year or two now. He showed up to one of my group rides last year, and we've been riding together ever since. He's one of my favorite people to ride with. He's got great style, he's got great pace, and he's really good at keeping his bikes together and just being an all-around goofball on the trail. Makes him an excellent rider, and a large part of this trip I depended on him to keep me from getting too frustrated and keep me from doing stupid. And he led the way day 1 through the technical stuff, and set a great pace for all the other riders. What I really appreciate from Jordan on this trip is that he represented the Sushi Boys so well. He kept up with the KTMs and the Huskies, and despite the rain, he just rode like an animal this entire trip. And looked out for Eric and the other riders. He's a great guy. You ever get a chance to ride with him. I wanted a free spirit on this trip, someone to compensate for my neuroses. I think I said that correctly, and I found that in Eric. Eric and I share a similar watering hole, Ebenezer Brewing Company.
Good on you.
And we've been riding together for a couple years now, and I absolutely love riding with him on his FE 501. You know, and he's never done ADV dual sport before, and he made it through this trip like a champ, keeping up at the front of the pack the whole time. He was fixing his bike on the trail. He's an absolute great guy to have around the campground and just a free spirit. He had like no luggage that we know of today in our sport, and he was rocking some lobster pants or water gear. I mean, the guy actually came out and just showed up and had a great time. Lastly, we have Matt. I met Matt only a week before we left for the Flatlander adventure. Drew had mentioned he had a buddy that had T7 that was interested going along for the trip. We actually had a buddy of ours drop a couple of days before. So he rode with us on about a week before we left for the Flatlander, Jordan and I, and we absolutely beat him up. We tore him through what we were calling poke around to find out on some really rough trails, and we were certain he would never want to ride with us again. But he showed up for the Flatlander adventure on the night of day 1. He met us in Henniker, and he rode through day 2 and some of day 3 before he had to go home and spend some time with his girlfriend. But the T7 was a great bike to see out there and stuff, even in the rain. You know, in my opinion, the T7 is just an overgrown dual sport bike, so it fit in with the crowd. And Matt was just an easygoing, good sort of guy to have on the trip. And last but not least, there's me, guys. Many of you guys know me from the group rides I've organized in the past, or from the channel.
More water in my boots.
You've ran into me at Dirt Days or Clark Mag or some of the other rallies in the area. You know, like, I had a lot of fun on this trip. I wanted to share the experience. This will be a 3-part series, just because the amount of footage and, like, putting it all together. I hope you enjoy it. I hope to hear your feedback, and I hope it inspires for you guys to get out there and create your own Flatlander experience. Ride right, ride respectfully, and I hope to see you guys out there. Alright guys, just as I've said in the past, this was day 1, leaving out of Milford. It was such an excellent place to start, because not only were the people like super friendly and helpful for letting us out of town, you immediately drop into Osgood Road, which is a great place to figure out if what you've done luggage-wise is going to hold up. Because I don't know if you guys ever done the hill on Osgood Road, but it will certainly test whether or not you strapped your luggage down quickly, as you'll come to find out. But, you know, the initial first day, there was a little bit of niggles about finding luggage and whether it was tightened down right, or just how it is. So you can see a few stops in here and there. Osgood Road, always a good time, though. First luggage issue goes to Drew with a Snap Giant Loop band. We have, you know, the Giant Loop rubber strap downs that they have. I've actually never seen one of those break before, but his just gave out there and let his luggage loose, and we stopped and fixed it with another one. I had another spare I had on hand, but I've actually never seen one of those break. And Drew, if you're listening to this, you have my strap. Kind of want it back. If you guys are choosing to leave out of Milford, though, Osgood Road is definitely going to get your blood pumping to start your trip. And it's a good way to go ahead and just start on top of your foot pegs. If you're on a big ADV bike, just be careful going down the slope.
See the wardrobe malfunction.
It is sort of steep. But yeah, just be on the lookout. I didn't need to put some of this footage in here, but some of these white bushes as we're motoring along are absolutely beautiful at a fast pace. So if anyone knows what these are, I thought they might be some sort of hobble bush or choke cherry or something like that, or even possibly just young dogwoods. But growing up in the South, they don't strike me as dogwoods. You know what these are, let me know, but speeding past, they were certainly beautiful. Steve, we want to take the obligatory picture at the overpass here because, fun fact, if you don't take a picture here, your bike actually catches ghosts and will be haunted and you will not finish the Flatlander. I promise you. Pictures here are vital. You don't want ghosts in your bike.
Stories we tell are nothing if not true. There's no hard line losers and winners. There's no crack in the sky or lightning splinters. There's a sadness that only comes on a beautiful day. Don't look now, I can't go on without you. Hold the line, there's nothing more to say. I'm on a road, pretty baby, and I don't know how to stop once I'm going. I'm a river in an ocean with the rain coming down all at once. I'm on a road, pretty baby, and I'm riding on the wind where it's blowing. Take my hand, we'll go where the firelight glows. Well, we're driving through another ghost town with the radio up and the windows rolled down, and the silver sunlight is streaming through your hair. Don't it read just like a story? The kaleidoscope sky, fields of glory. Don't it feel the world could up and fall away? I'm on the road, pretty baby, and I don't know how to stop once I'm going. I'm a river in an ocean with the rain coming down all at once.
Hey guys, this is Colby Road. This is on the AR route, and I'm not sure what it is about this road, but it's like impossible to carry any speed through it. It's not really that technical, it's just like one of those ones you just can't really grab enough momentum to stay over the obstacles that are in it if you have luggage on the bikes. But it's definitely something interesting, so I included a good majority of the road in here. It's just one of the roads to look out for if you're doing AR.
Once I started, when I wax poetic on the broken hearted, the stories we tell are nothing if not.
Trying to kill myself.
Another cool rock, y'all.
Did something come off of him?
Yeah, it's his hat.
Oh,
I got it.
saw it at the last.
Give me a reason. seasons while you lost your way. Going for seasons, so it's gonna make you change. I put this pen to the paper. This is what I got. I hold this pen, I hope you know that you don't have to find. You know your scars just show the way you've lived, how much you've changed. If I got things we've left behind, but after all, this is your life. But after all, this is your life. As long as you're breathing, I'll take the highs and lows.
I don't know what it is, but those big rocks on the side of the road, you're going to hear me say that a lot through this trip. I was just like, oh, look, cool rock. You know, maybe Drew gets it. He's a geologist. Maybe I'm just weird. He's probably correct. You know, but I'm going to say it a lot. I don't know what it is. I like the big rocks. First spill of the trip award goes to Steven, who dropped his bike on Colby Hill. He tried to get up that wash there. You can see where his tire just let loose, and he had to lay her down. God livings. The Tully Brook Road, guys. You know, it's a road that has had a lot of conversations around it on the AR. It's one of my favorites because there's a pretty technical section towards the end of it that generally a biker goes down on. And this trip, no one went down. I'm kind of disappointed in that. I've dropped my bike there. Every guided ride I've ever done through there, someone's dropped their bike, and no one did this trip. So I felt a little underfulfilled. That we weren't picking up a rig, but everyone made it through, and Tully Brook is a fun road. Make sure you're respectful going through there, and then you don't tear up the road too much, because it's with the township in that area, they have considered having to remove it from the AR so that because it might be reclassified as a Class A or restricted from motorized vehicles in general. So just, you know, keep that in mind as you go through. Be respectful, don't tear it up too much. We rolled into Winchester, we refueled the bikes, we refueled ourselves, and then we got some entertainment from the locals and headed on out to hit one of my favorite roads of the AR. I could feel the mood was getting a lot more light and a lot more happy, and this was really where it started to pick up and a lot more fun.
Emitting all its graces through the pores. You make a fire shine in me. You make a fire shine in me.
wandering hard on a crazy ride. An open road and a deep blue sky. Feel it calling me like the wind. Trust the compass down in my skin. Walk straight, stay right. That's what they say to me, but I don't fit right inside the lines. Oh, I hear the calling down in my bones. So I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds. So I'm following where my arrow goes. Following where my arrow goes. Oh, when I was young, my mom told me, son, that soul of yours was born to run. It's your adventure for you to choose, and you'll know home when you find your roots. Just remember, don't walk straight, stay right. That's what they say to me, but I don't fit right inside the lines. Whoa. I hear the calling down in my bones. So I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds. So I'm following where my arrow goes. Following where my arrow goes. Oh. Down in my bones. So I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds. So I'm following where my arrow goes. Following where my arrow goes. Oh.
Hey guys, this is the Western Road area. This is a very fun road. If you are heading counterclockwise, it's going to be even more interesting because you're going to have to get over these rock shelves. But if you're heading clockwise direction, you're just dropping down over them. But they do make for an interesting sort of obstacle to get over and everything when you're all luggaged up.
just a traveling man, you see. Wherever this road goes, where I will be. Now catch me right on a boat to Spain. Tell a woman that I love her and forget her name. And I wish I could stay for midday coffee. And I just can't get this dreaming off me. If I could find me a place to rest my mind. But Mama always saying you'll be there in good time. There's some headlights burning down the highway, and I think that I may just hitch me a ride. 'Cause I'm a traveling man by trade, sir. We're all running from the things inside. There's a train heading west to South Toledo, and if the dogs don't sell me to sleep, I'll go. Dreaming as I'm steaming past miles of ground, through the souls and hymnals that built these towns. I won't stay too long, leave too soon. Best time for going is when the going's scary. There's some headlights burning down the highway, and I think that I may just hitch me a ride. 'Cause I'm a traveling man by trade, sir. We're all running from the things inside. There's some headlights burning down the highway, and I think that I may just hitch me a ride. 'Cause I'm a traveling man by trade, sir. We're all running from the things inside.
Alright guys, from here we dropped into Henniker and our campground, which was at Lake Massacum Campground. We had some thoughts about stealth or dispersed camping, air quotes around stealth camping, but we decided with the weather conditions being so unstable, it's probably best just to have a locked-in campground, which we did at Lake Massacum. They did tell us they were a family-oriented campground. I'm assuming they didn't want too much debauchery from the guys on Dual Sports. It's fair. But yeah, we rolled into camp, got set up before the rains came in, rolled into town, got some beers and some grub, and then had ourselves a little fire until the rains put it out. You guys can see here, our average moving pace was about 25 miles per hour. It took us about 8 hours to make the trip from Milford to Henniker. And that's a pretty good pace, I think, for some dual sports. So if you're planning this trip, just keep that in mind. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. And there will be a part 2 and a part 3 as we complete our journey around the Flatlander. And I hope that this video will help inspire you, if you haven't already been inspired to do so, to gather a crew and go out there and do the Flatlander AR. This was a brilliant adventure, and it's only going to get better from here. Alright, Trash Panda signing off. Please like, share, and subscribe and all that YouTube guru. Thank you.
And ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my